the small village, nestled between rolling hills and vibrant cherry blossoms, a sense of excitement filled the air. A Lunar New Year approached, and with it came one of the most anticipated events, the Lion Dance performance. Twilight settled over the village. Lanterns illuminated every corner, casting a warm glow on the smiling faces that gathered in the town square. Among them was a young girl named Mei Lin. Her heart raced as she stood among friends and family, her eyes wide with wonder. A drumming began, steady and rhythmic, resonating deep within her chest. The crowd hushed in anticipation as colorful lion costumes emerged from behind a wooden stage, bursting forth like living rainbows. The lions danced with grace and power, their movements embodying joy and strength. Each leap and twirl sent ripples of energy through the spectators. Mei Lin felt herself captivated. It was as if each beat of the drum called to her spirit, inviting her into a world rich with culture and tradition. The lions twisted and turned under their skilled performers' guidance. Mei Lin noticed how vibrant colors mixed together golden yellows, blended with deep reds and lively greens. A sound of cymbals clashed above the drums like bursts of laughter, filling the night sky. He marveled at how every movement told a story that had roots deep in history. Just in this enchanting display, Mei Lin's imagination soared. Her mind's eye, she envisioned herself dancing alongside those magnificent creatures, embodying their strength while warding off any darkness lurking nearby. Most feel their fur brushing against her skin as she leaped across an open field under starlit skies. Dance concluded amidst wild applause from the audience. Mei Lin stood still for a moment longer before finally breaking free from her reverie. Her heart swelled with admiration for this art form that was not merely a performance, but an embodiment of hope for prosperity in homes and protection from evil spirits. She gazed around at all those who had come to witness this celebration, the elders reminiscing about past festivals. Children laughing together, Mei Lin felt an urge to know more about this beautiful tradition that wrapped around them like silk threads binding generations. Later that evening, as festivities continued into the night filled with laughter and joy, Mei Lin found herself seeking out Grandfather Y amid familiar voices swirling around them. He sat quietly beneath an old oak tree, adorned with luminous lanterns swaying gently in the breeze, a pillar of wisdom whose stories always brought comfort. Grandfather Y welcomed her with open arms when she approached him. His gentle smile reminded her so much of sunlit days, spent listening to tales woven from threads of culture that connected their family lineage back through time itself. With eager curiosity shining in her eyes, Mei Lin asked about what inspired such vibrant performances during special occasions like these. The significance behind every twist they witnessed tonight echoed loudly within her heart. Grandfather Y chuckled softly, before sharing stories passed down through generations, the origins rooted deeply within ancient times, when villagers faced great fears of darkness lurking just beyond sight's edge during harvest seasons long ago. He explained how they used lion dances, not only to celebrate new beginnings, but also as rituals meant to drive away evil spirits threatening peace within their homes while inviting fortune into lives anew, traditions steeped richly in. Woven together over centuries, were now painted vibrantly by youthful hands eager for knowledge. As his words flowed like water cascading over stones worn smooth by time's embrace, it became clear to Mei Lin. There was much more than mere entertainment hidden beneath each step, taken by dancers wearing ornate lion costumes colored brilliantly just moments before. The passion ignited within her sparked something even deeper, a desire that urged forth courage mingled intertwined tightly along threads, braided strong enough never break apart, even when faced against challenges, yet unseen ahead. So began Mei Lin's journey towards understanding not just what it meant to participate within joyful celebrations like tonight, but also discovering ways, honor legacy gifted down through those who came before. The vibrant colors of the lion dance faded from her eyes. Mei Lin felt a spark ignite within her. A rhythmic beating of drums still echoed in her ears, mingling with the whispers of excitement that surrounded the festival. She longed to immerse herself in this captivating art form, but doubt hovered over her like a shadow. At evening, as twilight draped its soft cloak across the village, Mei Lin approached her grandfather Y with a heart full of determination. He under the gentle glow of lanterns illuminating their small courtyard. She shared her dreams and aspirations. Her grandfather listened intently, nodding with understanding as she spoke about wanting to learn the lion dance. Grandfather Y's voice was warm and soothing as he encouraged her quest for knowledge. He explained that mastering such an intricate dance required not only skill, but also respect for its rich history, a legacy passed down through generations. He recounted how each movement was imbued with meaning. Every swirl and leap told a story that connected them to their ancestors. Mei Lin felt invigorated by his words. Inspired by tales woven from tradition and culture, she decided to seek out Mr. Village's esteemed lion dance performer who could guide her on this journey of discovery. The following day, she found herself at the community center where laughter spilled into the streets as children practiced their steps under Mr. N's watchful eye. She entered, Mr. turned to welcome her with kind eyes filled with encouragement. His presence radiated confidence. It was clear he had devoted years honing his craft and sharing it with eager young hearts. Under his guidance, Mei Lin learned basic movements, the graceful sways of the lion's head mimicking curiosity and playfulness, paired with powerful stomps embodying strength and courage. Each lesson revealed layers of significance behind what seemed like simple motions. They were expressions of joy, meant to beckon good fortune while warding off negativity. Days melted away into weeks as Mei Lin immersed herself in practice after practice. Yet beneath the surface excitement lay remnants of doubt that crept in during moments alone. Would she truly be able to master this dance? Would she honor her family's legacy? It was during one particular evening rehearsal when an inexplicable phenomenon unfolded around them. They danced under flickering lights cast against dusk's blanket sky. Whispers floated through the air like secrets carried on a breeze. The atmosphere thickened around Mei Lin, a sensation, both eerie yet comforting, as if unseen eyes watched over them lovingly. Mr. Chen paused mid-lesson when he sensed it too, urging Mei Lin onward, despite their momentary distraction brought forth by nature itself, seemingly responding to their efforts. Step, taken alongside fellow dancers, each movement echoing through time, she began to feel less alone in her aspirations and more connected to those who came before her. Ancestors whose spirits danced alongside hers whenever she closed her eyes tightly enough. Dedication and support from both Mr. and Grandfather Y. Mei Lin discovered strength blossoming within a gradual acceptance that embracing uncertainty might very well lead toward fulfillment rather than fear. Days dwindled closer toward festival, night and occasion brimming with promise. The anticipation built inside Mei Lin like crescendoing music waiting for its release into jubilant applause ahead. As the days passed, Lin found herself enchanted by the lion dance more than ever. Each afternoon after school, she practiced under the watchful gaze of Mr. Chen, who had become her mentor. The rhythmic sound of drums echoed in her mind as she learned the intricate steps and movements that brought the lion to life. However, despite her passion, self-doubt crept into her heart like a shadow. During practice, as Mei Lin struggled to execute a leap with grace, frustration bubbled within her. The movements felt foreign at times. They seemed to elude her grasp. He watched Mr. demonstrate again, a powerful display of strength and fluidity that left her breathless. Yet, when she tried to mirror him, her body felt heavy and uncoordinated. Mr. Chen noticed the flicker of disappointment in her eyes and paused, offering gentle encouragement. He reminded Mei Lin that mastering the dance was not just about physical ability. It required patience and an open heart filled with determination. Perseverance was essential if she wished to honor their rich tradition. With each passing practice session, strange occurrences began to surround them. Flickering lights illuminated the community center's walls intermittently, while whispers danced through the air as if carried on an unseen breeze. First, Mei Lin brushed it off as mere coincidence or tiredness from hours spent practicing. However, deep down inside her stirred a feeling that something mystical was quietly observing their efforts. On a particularly breezy afternoon, while attempting to master a challenging routine involving intricate footwork, paired with lively head movements resembling lion-like gestures, Mei Lin felt an inexplicable warmth enveloping her spirit, most as if an invisible presence stood beside her, encouraging yet mysterious. That evening at home, after practice, surrounded by familiar scents wafting through their cozy dwelling, roasted chestnuts mingling with jasmine tea brewed lovingly by Grandfather Y, she shared everything with him. Outs about dancing well enough for the upcoming festival and peculiar happenings during training sessions. Grandfather Y listened intently before revealing tales from his youth about how this very dance called forth spirits, both playful and protective guardians watching over dancers like beams of sunlight breaking through clouds on stormy days. He explained that these spirits celebrated joyful efforts while guiding performers toward mastery of their art. Mei Lin's heart swelled at his words. They resonated deep within her soul like echoes finding home after long journeys apart. Her fears began to wane as hope blossomed anew. The weight upon shoulders lightened slightly, knowing she was not alone, but rather partaking in something ancient held sacred throughout generations past. And so it became clear. Each time she stumbled or hesitated wasn't merely a sign of inadequacy. It was instead an invitation for growth wrapped delicately in layers waiting patiently beneath surfaces, yet unseen, with renewed determination burning bright inside them. Luminous lanterns illuminating vibrant cherry blossoms outside mirrored those feelings stirring within. Mei Lin returned to practice, ready for whatever challenges awaited ahead. As dawn broke on the day of the festival, Mei Lin awoke with a fluttering heart. The sun cast golden rays across her small room, illuminating the vibrant lion costume draped carefully over her chair. This was it, the day she had trained for, a culmination of all her hard work and dreams. Buzzed with energy as families prepared for the festivities, filling the air with laughter and fragrant aromas wafting from kitchens. Mei Lin could hear drums echoing in the distance, each beat igniting anticipation deep within her soul. Her grandfather's words echoed in her mind, a reminder of the significance behind every movement she would make today. With nimble fingers, she tightened the ribbons around her waist and adjusted the headpiece, feeling its weight settle atop her shoulders like a crown of heritage. She stepped out into the bustling courtyard. She spotted Grandfather Y waiting for her beneath their beloved oak tree. His eyes twinkled with pride as he observed his granddaughter, ready to embrace this moment. Together they walked toward the town square where villagers gathered in colorful attire, each person carrying a piece of tradition in their hearts. Mr. Chen approached them, offering words of encouragement that washed over Mei Lin like a gentle breeze. His presence anchored her excitement. They joined other performers backstage. There was an electric tension in the air, an exhilarating mix of nerves and joy swirling about them like leaves caught in an autumn wind. A sound of drums thundered louder now, blending harmoniously with voices singing ancient songs that reverberated through time itself. Finally, their turn to step into view before an eager audience. Mei Lin felt both fear and exhilaration coursing through her veins. With a deep breath, grounded by thoughts of Grandfather Y's stories and Mr. Chen's teachings, she embraced this moment as an opportunity not just for herself, but also for those who came before her. They entered center stage, adorned in brilliant colors, the lion costumes shimmering under sunlight. Mei Lin felt something magical happen within. It was as if invisible hands guided her movements, while whispers carried soft affirmations from unseen spirits surrounding them. Unison with fellow dancers moving rhythmically beside her each leap, and sway filled with purpose, they embodied strength powerful enough to dispel any lingering darkness threatening their community's joy. A spirit guardian seemed to weave amongst them subtly, its essence encouraging confidence within Mei Lin's heart. Together, they performed intricate steps that told stories captured in time. Tales spun from laughter, shared during family gatherings long ago, each role mimicking playful curiosity, while stomps echoed resilience against adversity, faced down generations past. Cheers erupted from onlookers basking in awestruck wonderment. All worries melted away into pure bliss. It became clear this dance transcended mere performance. It embodied hope, carved into every fiber, woven tightly by cultural threads, stretching beyond mere memory alone. And so they danced, turning shadows into light while ushering forth fortune wrapped carefully beneath festive lanterns glowing brightly overhead. Time seemed suspended as applause rang through the air. like blessings bestowed upon grateful hearts, gathered together celebrating unity forged by shared history, stitched intricately through every joyous movement created tonight. Final bow graced stage, all breathless smiles exchanged between performers, where reflections mirroring gratitude held dear inside for moments past weren't just about showcasing talent, but rather honoring legacies gifted down throughout countless years gone by. Amidst warm embraces following completion, Mei Lin searched out familiar faces once again, until finding grandfather, why shining brightly among crowds beaming radiantly back at his granddaughter, whose spirit soared high above star-studded skies. In that sacred silence, which enveloped them after performances concluded, she knew without doubt now that embracing one's heritage meant standing proud amidst uncertainties faced along. Journey taken ahead, where everything experienced thus far shaped pathways leading deeper toward understanding what truly mattered most. Connection forged not only between people, but also bridging gaps time itself could never sever away completely. The day of the festival approached. Anticipation filled the village like a warm embrace. Mei Lin could feel it in her bones, the excitement swirling around her, mingling with the whispers of encouragement from Grandfather Y and Mr. Chen. Every evening was spent at the community center, practicing under the glowing lanterns that began to adorn the streets, creating a tapestry of light against the twilight sky. A rhythm of drums became a heartbeat she could not ignore. Each practice brought forth new challenges, but Mei Lin faced them with a resolve that grew stronger with each passing day. There were moments when uncertainty tried to creep in, when her movements felt clumsy or out of sync, but deep inside, she remembered her grandfather's words about perseverance and respect for their heritage. On what seemed like an ordinary afternoon, as she practiced a particularly intricate sequence involving swift turns and elegant leaps, an unusual warmth enveloped her spirit once more. Sensation she had begun to recognize. It wrapped around her like an invisible cloak, urging her onward through every challenge. Flickering lights and soft whispers resumed around them, as if acknowledging their efforts, a reminder that they were not alone in this journey. During one such rehearsal, while attempting to master a complex combination that combined footwork and powerful stomps meant to mimic the lion's strength, Mei Lin felt an exhilarating rush coursing through her veins. She closed her eyes for just a moment and imagined herself dancing alongside those magnificent creatures, the roar of approval from their ancestors echoing through time. She opened her eyes again. Mr. watched closely from nearby, a knowing smile gracing his face, as he encouraged Mei Lin with gentle affirmations about how far she had come since first stepping into his class. Her heart swelled with pride. Every drop of sweat shed during practice now held meaning beyond mere movements. It represented growth forged through tradition, passed down over centuries. Each beat of the drum resonating within earthen walls surrounding them, the sounds became a symphony inviting good fortune into their lives while simultaneously warding off negativity lingering unseen just beyond reach. It became clear to Mei Lin. This dance was more than performance. It was communion between past and present, linking generations together through vibrant expressions, shared on stage illuminated by love and hope. The night before the festival arrived, Mei Lin sat quietly beneath the old oak tree, where Grandfather Y often shared stories long into moonlit nights, an array of stars twinkling overhead like celestial witnesses, awaiting what tomorrow would bring. Did on everything she had experienced leading up to this moment, the lessons learned from both mentors guiding her along pathways woven tightly within cultural threads, colored brilliantly vibrant by youthful hands eager for understanding, broke over the village bathed in Hugh's golden sunlight, kissed away darkness lingering just before Mei Lin awoke, feeling renewed determination pulsating throughout every fiber composing who she was becoming. The familiar sense through their cozy home stirred memories, strong enough keep fear at bay. Chestnuts mingling harmoniously with jasmine tea brewed lovingly by Grandfather, why earlier that morning created comfort so profound, it filled heart's yearning connection amidst traditions celebrating life itself. Finally came Festival Day, a kaleidoscope bursting forth full vibrancy. Everywhere around, villagers donned colorful clothing, adorned intricately designed patterns symbolizing prosperity embraced tightly within harmonious rhythms echoing down streets. Paved by generations, sharing laughter mingled joyfully between families gathered round anticipating magical moments manifesting soon. Dusk descended gently, wrapping its arms around everyone, gathered together beneath draped lanterns illuminating smiling faces. Mei Lin donned her lion costume, brimming brightly, with colors reflecting excitement weaving seamlessly among answers, preparing for performances ahead, with each heartbeat synchronizing perfectly alongside fellow performers, poised ready perform artistry, dedicated honor legacy, carried forward ancestral spirits watching proudly over them. That moment, standing side by side amongst friends, gathered close enough, share warmth, radiated warmth, ignited passions burning brighter than ever, found themselves carried forth, rhythmically entwined, upholding sacred duty, preserving ancient tales, unbroken, flowing, beautifully melding, seamlessly merging all who dared invite magic enter world held dear. With confidence blooming abundantly within, she sensed presence, hovering silently yet protectively, embracing every step taken forward, ensuring dance fulfilled promises made long ago. That night would be no ordinary event, but rather celebration honoring culture, cherished, deeply preserved, allowing spirits remain alive eternally. The vibrant village, the day of the festival, dawned with a sparkle in the air. Mei Lin awoke to the gentle light filtering through her window, illuminating her lion costume, draped over a chair, a symbol of her aspirations and hard work. Excitement bubbled within her. She could hear distant sounds of drums resonating through the streets, filling every corner with anticipation. A village was alive with joy as families prepared for the celebrations. The aroma of delicious foods wafted through open windows, mingling with laughter that danced on the breeze. Mei Lin felt her heart race. Today was not just another day, but a culmination of her dreams and efforts. Lessons learned from grandfather Y and Mr. Shen echoed in her mind. Each movement she would perform held significance beyond mere dance. She carefully adorned herself in vibrant colors, tightening the ribbons around her waist and adjusting the headpiece atop her head. She felt a sense of purpose enveloping her like a warm embrace. With each knot secured, it was as if she tied together fragments of tradition passed down from generations long before hers. Stepping outside into the bustling courtyard, Mei Lin spotted grandfather Y beneath their beloved oak tree. His eyes twinkled with pride as he watched his granddaughter prepare to take part in this monumental occasion. Together they walked towards the town square where villagers gathered in their finest attire, each person representing pieces of culture woven into their identities. And Mr. approached them backstage, filled with encouragement and support. His presence anchored Mei Lin's swirling emotions of nervousness and exhilaration. There was an electric tension in the air, a blend of anticipation that made every heartbeat feel louder than before, as they joined other performers ready to showcase their hard-earned skills. Finally, it was their turn to step onto center stage before eager spectators waiting expectantly for awe-inspiring performances. That moment, fear intermingled with excitement coursing through Mei Lin's veins. This was not merely about dancing, it was about connecting deeply with those who had come before, while celebrating shared heritage. They entered under brilliant sunlight, clad in dazzling costumes glimmering like jewels among emerald foliage. The spirit within each dancer ignited fiercely. It felt as though invisible hands guided them forward, while whispers floated gently around them, affirmations from unseen spirits watching closely over every move made tonight. Synchronized rhythm alongside fellow dancers weaving intricate steps infused with meaning, they became embodiments of resilience against darkness, threatening joy and prosperity alike. Each leap spoke volumes. Hails spun from laughter echoing throughout family gatherings long past. Every role mimicked playful curiosity, mirroring hope woven tightly by cultural threads stretching beyond memory alone, as cheers erupted from raptured onlookers. Enveloped in awestruck wonderment, their worries melted away into pure bliss, transforming shadows into light, ushering forth fortune, encased lovingly beneath glowing festive lanterns overhead. Time danced lightly above them while applause, like blessings bestowed upon grateful hearts, gathered together celebrating unity forged by shared history, stitched intricately through joyful movements created tonight. When they took their final bow amid breathless smiles, between performers, a sacred silence settled over them. All Mei Lin searched for familiar faces, until finding grandfather Y shining brightly among crowds, beaming radiantly back at his granddaughter, whose spirit now soared high of star-studded skies. In that cherished moment following performances, concluded everything experienced shaped pathways leading deeper toward understanding what truly mattered most. Connection forged not only between people, but also bridging gaps time itself could never sever completely, in the heart of the village. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, Mei Lin felt a palpable excitement coursing through her. This was no ordinary night. It was festival night, the culmination of her tireless practice and dedication to the lion dance. It was thick with anticipation, and Mei Lin could hear drums echoing in the distance, calling to her like a siren's song. Dressed in her vibrant lion costume, she took a moment to admire herself in the mirror. The colors shimmered under the soft glow of lantern light, brilliant reds and golds that seemed to pulse with life. Her heart raced as she imagined stepping onto the stage, embodying not just a performer, but also a vessel for her ancestors' spirits. Mei Lin found comfort beneath the wise gaze of Grandfather Y, who stood proudly among family members gathering around them. His gentle smile filled her with warmth and encouragement. He represented years of tradition, woven into every fiber of this evening's significance. With every glance exchanged between them, unspoken words echoed deep within the knowledge that this moment was monumental. As they approached the town square together, enveloped by colorful garlands and smiling faces, illuminated by flickering lanterns swaying gently overhead, he felt an electric energy surrounding them, all a collective heartbeat resonating with joy and purpose. On arriving backstage alongside fellow performers adorned in their own meticulously crafted costumes, each reflecting vibrant aspects of culture shared far beyond individual stories, they formed a tight-knit circle united by dreams long cherished across generations past. Mr. Shen stepped forward, then his presence radiated confidence as he offered reassuring nods filled with pride towards each dancer, preparing to embrace what lay ahead. Finally came their cue. As they stepped into view before an eager audience waiting expectantly at edge awaiting spectacle unfolding, it became clear. Merely dancing, they were inviting spirits into this joyous celebration, while honoring traditions gifted down lovingly through time itself, with synchronized movements echoing ancient rhythms drumming across earth beneath. Her feet a symphony reverberating within hearts too, Mei Lin lost herself entirely in performance mode. Each leap transformed from mere steps learned during countless practices into expressions bursting forth colorfully alive through. Powerful stomps mimicking strength, reminiscent fierce lions leaping gracefully amongst nature, unfettered. The spirit guardian hovered nearby, though almost imperceptibly woven within bright threads, connecting hearts together, guiding answers onward, illuminating paths underneath layers held sacred over lifetimes gone by. And so they danced, turning shadows into light, while ushering forth fortune wrapped carefully beneath festive lanterns glowing brightly. Overhead, applause erupted amidst rapturous cheers ringing out like blessings bestowed upon grateful souls, gathered celebrating unity forged through shared history, stitched intricately throughout every joyous movement created tonight. Finally, their final bow graced stage, all breathless smiles exchanged between performers reflected gratitude, held dear inside for moments past weren't just about showcasing talent, rather honoring legacies interwoven deeply throughout countless years gone by. Amidst warm embraces following completion, Mei Lin searched for familiar faces once again, until finding Grandfather Y shining brightly among crowds, beaming radiantly back at his granddaughter whose spirit soared high above star-studded skies. In that sacred silence which enveloped them after performances concluded, she knew without doubt now that embracing one's heritage meant standing proud amidst uncertainties faced along journey. Taken ahead, for everything experienced thus far shaped pathways leading deeper toward understanding what truly mattered most. Connection forged not only between people, but also bridging gaps time itself could never sever away completely, as the vibrant festival atmosphere enveloped the village. Mei Lin could feel her heart racing with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The day she had long awaited had finally arrived, the moment when she would perform in the lion dance for the very first time. The sun shone brightly overhead, casting a warm glow upon the throngs of villagers gathered to celebrate. Amidst the colorful decorations and joyful laughter, Mei Lin took a moment to breathe deeply, grounding herself in the present. She slipped into her lion costume, feeling its weight settle comfortably around her. Each intricate thread woven into the fabric seemed to hum with energy, a reminder of all those who had danced before her. Her grandfather's voice echoed softly in her mind, filled with encouragement and wisdom. Each movement is more than just a step. It's an invitation for good fortune and protection. Mei Lin smiled at this thought, feeling connected not only to her heritage, but also to something greater that spanned generations. She joined Mr. Chen and her fellow performers backstage. There was an electric anticipation in the air. Drums were beating steadily now, igniting every participant's spirit while they waited their turn under an awning, adorned with lanterns gently swaying in rhythm with the breeze. Mei Lin glanced around at her companions. Each face radiated enthusiasm, mixed with nerves akin to hers. The moment arrived. They stepped forward onto center stage, where smiles adorned every face in the audience like flowers blooming after spring rains. A wave of emotion washed over Mei Lin as they began their dance. It felt as though time itself stood still in reverence for what they were about to unleash. Music surged through them like wildfire as they transformed into powerful lions bounding across open fields every leap, and turn infused with purpose that resonated deep within their souls, with each rhythmic stomp echoing beneath them. He felt not only joy, but also confidence blossoming bright against any shadows lurking beyond reach. A spirit guardian made its presence known subtly among them. Whispers floated on gentle winds, caressing their furred heads while glowing warmth enveloped each dancer like loving arms, embracing family members celebrating together during joyous reunions. Then that Mei Lin truly understood. This performance was not merely about showcasing talent. It was a powerful act of unity steeped richly within cultural traditions defining who they were. As cheers erupted from onlookers enthralled by their display, the air thickened with blessings drawn forth from ancestors watching proudly above a sense of fulfillment began filling every corner of Mei Lin's heart, reminding her why she embarked on this journey long ago. Honoring legacy gifted down lovingly throughout countless years gone by, with final leaps executed gracefully amidst rapturous applause ringing out louder than ever before, it became clear that tonight wasn't just another event marked off calendars, but rather sacred moments shared, bridging past into present, illuminating futures waiting patiently beyond horizons yet unseen. Awe-filled silence after performances concluded. Mei Lin searched tirelessly until finding Grandfather Y standing among crowds beaming back at his granddaughter, whose spirit soared high above star-studded skies. In his eyes sparkled pride mingled deeply intertwined love for everything experienced thus far shaped pathways, leading deeper toward understanding what mattered most. Connection forged through culture, woven tightly binding lives forevermore.